Okay, Jennifer, hi. I've got your work up here. Thank you so much for getting this in. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look at the ad. Now, the ad, you've done a really fantastic job, going through this ad. I really think you did. You know, the one thing that I think is really interesting about this ad is how they're trying to be like, okay, they're really catering this ad to like this young, hip, fresh graduate or this young, hip, young illustrator. Or I should not, I said young twice. Hip, young illustrator. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's really got a lot of action in it. And there's a lot of activity and there's a lot of action words and there's a lot going on, man. I can just imagine that the energy in this entry level position. So I think it's a fantastic opportunity. And I don't know if you plan on actually applying for this job. I know the company very well. I've got many friends that work at AG. And it's a fantastic opportunity. Fantastic. This is a world-class opportunity. So, I don't know how old this ad is, or let me see. I don't see a date or anything, and that's fine. That's cool. That's I'm just saying that this is a great opportunity. So, and I think you did a really good job pulling all the pertinent information out of this, and I think you did even a better job using that pertinent information in your cover letter. Now, one thing I want you to note, though, okay, in the cover letter, there's two things I want you to go through. The first one is right here where it says how to sound smart in your cover letter. And then over here, there's a section called Do Your Research First. Now, the reason I bring that up is because I believe AG just moved into this location in Westlake. I'm pretty sure, and I don't even think they're all the way in there yet. I'm not positive. But so that would be something that you could bring up in your cover letter, saying, something about the new location, do a little research on that. And that's why this is so important. Do your research first. Sometimes a little bit of research will get you the job if the person you're talking to knows that you went out of your way and spent your time to do a little research on the company prior to an interview or a cover or a submission of a cover letter and resume. I think it really says a lot about that individual. So that's the one thing I wanted to bring up. Next thing is your cover letter itself is very good. And I can see, I'm going to sneeze, excuse me once. Oh gosh, excuse me. Whoa. Okay. So anyway, so I'm thinking that, excuse me. Sorry about that. That knocked the wind out of me. Anyway. So a lot of feeling and passion in your cover letter, and I think you did something really smart in your cover letter. You kind of mimicked the energy from the ad in your cover letter. That's very smart technique. Good job there. The one thing I do want to remind you though is there's a couple of things. Now you want to be passionate and you want to sound passionate, right? But keep in mind that a studio like this is receiving, there's just world-class talent walking in and out of those doors every day, all day. So, saying that you enjoy mixed media and, that's maybe something that's not quite ready to present yet in the cover letter. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go over here to building the cover letter. And I really want you to stick to this formula right here. And really stick to it, and try. Now, I always advise my students to let the interviewer take control of the posture of the interview, and that should start from the only thing you don't have control is the cover letter. So I think that using the cover letter in it and mimicking the posture of the ad in your cover letter is as I mentioned, is very smart, but you'll want to do a couple of things in your cover letter, and it's really important. The first paragraph has got to be quick. It's just got to state really quick facts. The second one lists your current experience and responsibilities, and that's kind of where you sell yourself for the viewer. I mean, to be quite honest with you, to continue reading. Okay, and then explain your contact information, and express your thanks for your time and consideration shown by the reviewer. And at that point, I would say, let's jump over here and say, this was, well, you know that you will have to research the actual name of the person. I think that's what you mean by saying Ms. Doe instead of saying to whom it may concern. So that's smart. But right here, my personality has similar attitude, thinking, vision, and accomplish better society. That's pretty good, tying your feelings in with their mission statement. Okay, right here, my contact information is listed above at your convenience. I look forward to speaking with you soon. And this is closed. It's kind of long, and I'm thinking if you just close by saying, thank you for considering my cover letter and my resume. I will be in contact within X amount of time. So instead of kind of him-hawing around saying, I look forward to speaking with you, and this opportunity and my portfolio and resume are available for viewing, just say, they're going to know. If you're sending your cover letter, they're going to know your stuff is available. So just go straight into saying my contact info, into saying, I will be in contact with you within the next 5 days, for example, to discuss the further opportunities at your company, at your wonderful company, something like that. And then in 5 days, you call and you say, "Hi, my name is so and so, and I have, and I'm, the person that sent my thing, and blah blah blah." And you'll introduce yourself by phone and see where, if and when you're being considered. Okay, hope that makes sense. But it's much more beneficial for you to have an active role in the contact information part of the process. Okay, so all right, and then let's go to your resume. The resume looks good, but you know that it should be designed. Always keep your resume to one page. Always. And here is a nice resume, types of resume, and the resume explaining things. So, but one thing I do want to say, and I want to close with saying that your cover letter and your resume should both be designed on your designer stationery. That stationery with an E, and that means your business correspondence, your cover letter, your business card, and your envelope, and maybe some sort of sticker. At any rate, your letterhead is where you'll place your resume and your cover letter. Okay, and what that does is it just further solidifies it solidifies your branding, and just gives one more opportunity at emphasizing your branding. Okay, hope that makes sense. Good job. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.